My name is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and let's talk about how to get started with listings to leads. And let me ask this question. I did ask everybody where you're from, where are you in the country? We got a lot of people here from Florida, but can you tell me if you're new to us, how long have you been here? Oh, Jane is from New Hampshire. Cool. Nice and chilly up there. Let's see. Let's see. So let's get started. And the last question, well, you can answer both, but where are you from? And but how long have you been with us, especially if you're new? Okay. So, oh, you're really new. Okay, great. Jana's really new with us, so she hasn't even used it yet. So before we dive into the system, I just want to give you a high level. We we are a really complete, robust advertising platform for realtors. And we can help you if you have listings. We can help you if you don't have listings, whether you want to talk to more buyers or more sellers. We have a lot of solutions. We can make you look awesome on social media. We got a lot of ways to capture leads from social media. We also have a lot of ways to capture leads with print. So if you're somebody thinking of farm markets, certain areas where you want to develop for your business, you're going to want to look at our print tools and our print strategies. And if you're an agent who's been in the business a while and you got thousands of leads or even hundreds of leads sitting in a CRM, we have tools to help you there as well. So lots of ways to help you. Again, whether you want buyers or whether you want sellers. Teresa way over in Sunny Isle. Yeah, I remember that. Teresa and I think we've spoken a while or spoken before. And Jose is from Vegas with about a month. And I know there's so many kind of crazy headlines about Vegas, but if you have if any of you have questions of what you're kind of facing in the market that you want to discuss, please toss them in. You may not know this, but in about 30 minutes, we're going to be talking with a client from Maryland, and she actually has a new construction opportunity. So she wants to kind of dive in how to work with this and how she can use this to go after that opportunity. And so I think that's a really great discussion because it covers a couple sides of our platform. So let's get into a couple things that will help you. Number one, our YouTube channel. Now, this call that we're on right now, it's live. I know I sound like a robot, but I'm a live person right now. I'm going to send this to everybody. Hey, Michael. Oh, over in Naples. Naples. So everybody, in your questions little chat panel and GoToMeeting is a link to this channel. I recommend that you open that and you save it. Now, Mike, I was going to say Naples is kind of like, I kind of feel like that's where we all started here at Listings to Leads. Like we're from California, but we quickly met people down there. A couple Keller Williams offices picked us up. And it really, that's where our kind of the ball started rolling. So there are a couple calls that I want to point out. The calls that I do, you can see 2 weeks ago, I did Get Started. So if you got to jump off this call and you want to hear what this call was about, go here. I also do top tools to get more listings. So if you want more listings in your business, we have a lot of ways to help you. Watch this call right here. And then over here, I do a class called Facebook and Google Ads. And this is helps you how to figure out how to use these two platforms to either get buyers or sellers. Now, Scott is doing a 8-part series of how to make $250,000 in real estate. And I think everybody should watch that. It's still kind of the winter months, but you should really have this is almost like a coaching program to help you understand everything, honestly, that you need to do regarding marketing in real estate, right? And as a realtor, you don't really typically, not all realtors have a full strategy for marketing. And that's really what this thing is about. So definitely watch that. You should all have a link to this. And I'll leave it there. We'll come back to it. Another great resource is our mastermind group. This is where Scott and I talk about the new technology that's coming. It also is where our agents talk about what's going on, right? So Pat's over here complaining about getting timed out, and Kimberly's talking about why you should ask for reviews. So there's just all kinds of great things coming from either our clients or from Scott and I. Sometimes it's questions, and sometimes it's just like, hey, this is what's working for me, right? So Teresa, I see your email here. I would email support at Listings to Leads with your question. That's definitely something they're going to be able to help you with. So this mastermind group, you cannot get in unless you can't find it on Facebook because it's a private group unless you're in it. And the easiest way to get in it is to go to your support page in your account and go down here, and there's a support page right above your profile, and just say, "Hey, please add me to the mastermind group," and we'll get you in right away. So those are kind of resources as well as the support page. Like our support team, so many people are aware that our support team is awesome. They respond super fast. Anytime you have a question, put it in this box. The whole team is watching that, and they're just awesome. So you should definitely lean on that as a resource. Now, when it comes into listings to leads, often we tell you, go over here and do your account setup. Frankly, I don't like it. I don't like any of this page. I just think it's distracting and it's not complete. So this is what you need to do to set up your account. You need to go to your profile, which is down here on the bottom left. And now Amy is already signed up. So she may have some of this on, but you want to come here to auto posting. And yeah, you want to connect your social media accounts. As you can see, she's connected to all these. I'm not sure why this is off. Amy, are you on the call? Why is your business page on this off? And hopefully she'll be on soon. When you come here, this box here will be empty on the right. Okay, it'll be empty. And soon we're going to take this step away, but you're supposed to click this button that says copy and paste, and it'll paste this content here. And that's what gets dynamic content on the automated posts. I'll show you what automated post looks like. If you want us to automatically post home value posts on your networks, like, it'll say something like this and have a picture and drive people to a place where they can get their instant home values, well, turn this on. If you want to use our down payer assistance and you want us to do it for you automatically on a weekly basis or biweekly, do that. And then new construction. So she's had all these things turned on and they're on her system, on her social media accounts. So that's kind of helping her. And I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk more with Amy about new construction. So Amy, if you're on, give me a little shout out in the panel so I can kind of figure out if I can get you going talking. So the next page here in the profile is the CRM integration. You should really, you'll notice we have the APIs for a number of the top CRMs in the platform. If you don't see your company on this list, API Nation and Zapier both have like a bunch of little bridges that you can kind of do. And Zapier has their own YouTube channel. So if you've got, let's just say Real Geeks. Now I think we actually have Real Geeks over here. Yeah, we do. So, but if you have a platform that you don't see, go to YouTube, search for L2L and whatever it's called, and you'll probably see their team showing you exactly how to bridge that gap. Will this be I don't think this recording will be emailed to everybody, Deanna. And that's why I just gave about 3 minutes ago a link to this page so that everybody saves it. And then you go check out right here at the top. This call is going to be right at the top, probably tomorrow. Okay. So I don't think we email this recording, but yes, it is being recorded. So back to the profile, connect your CRM so that every time we're capturing leads, we're going to send it to you, right? Also on here, one thing I'm going to kind of point out, I'm not going to change it, but if you have Zillow reviews, you can show Zillow reviews right here. And I think there's a thing over here in settings. It's kind of funny because we have in the listing section, there's a setting that we moved and honestly, it's just way too buried for me, but I want to click here, auto postings right here. So in settings, this is kind of a forced lead capture. And I really want to point this out. Normally it says, show the phone field and make it required. And she has it make it required. I'm going to stop this and I'm going to talk to her about it later in case she's not here. I don't think it makes any sense to use that. No, let me just show you what that is. So if we go to listings and her listings are right here, it doesn't show up everywhere. And so it's really kind of important to understand what you're doing when you force phone numbers and also to understand what that really does. So this is a listing landing page And there's a virtual tour that looks a lot like this. Okay. And so when this is kind of our architecture, right? It's got your contact info, it's got the details, it's got the photos. Then it's got this thing here that's saying, hey, to continue, click this button. Now, a lot of people will click continue with Facebook. All right. They're used to clicking that and they click it. And then we grab their name and email and we deliver it to you via email. You've got your CRM connected. We're going to drop it there too. But if you have your phone number required, this is going to pop up, right? We also ask, do you own a home? So it's really useful to use our tools to market because you're going to find out if people have a home. And if they say yes, do you need to sell it, right? But if you require somebody's phone number and you're expecting, and in this case, you're asking them to, ooh, I feel like we got an earthquake. If you're asking them to type in their phone number, you kind of are going to kill your lead gen by over 90%. So if you thought you were going to get 10 leads, you might get one. You might. So when that setting that we just changed, I just had to stop it. I'll talk to her about it later. I just don't recommend that. But that's what that function does. Okay. So close this. And we're still on setup here. We just got kind of sidetracked. I took you over to listings, but I want to make sure. I'm going to go back to profile. And we talked about showing Zillow reviews if you got them. Here are social media links. This is where if you have a Facebook account, just go open up Facebook and paste it in here. And, and this is like follow me on Facebook kind of thing, right? This up here, auto posting is telling us post your listings and your things to your business, to your social media accounts. Okay. So we're kind of good there. Now, there is a system over here that says social. So let's click social. And you'll find when you're setting up, you're going to be like, oh, I just did this. Like, why is it asking me again? And the reason why we're asking you again is that we are doing multiple things here at Listings to Leads. We're doing a lot of automation. We are just taking out literally hours a week off of your hands. Okay. And when you do that, when you come to this page, the first thing it's going to say is connect to your social media. And Amy was connected on the other page, but here you got to connect. And then it's going to say what days. And she's got it going out every day or every other day. You can have it every other day or one day a week. And then you choose your topics. She's got 2 topics, wisdom and RE facts, which is interesting. There's a lot of great content in here. Let me click on the eyeball to show you what we're doing in kitchen design. Now, you don't have to click this eyeball when you set it up. You can just turn it on. But if you want to click in there, you'll notice that we've got our own photographs. We have pre-written content and there's all kinds of topics. And basically we're going to be auto posting this to your social media accounts. So it looks like you actually take care of your social media accounts, right? And our content it's a lot more lighter. I know that there are companies like Keeping Current Matters and others that will do stuff for you. And I think from our perspective, it's kind of boring content, right? It's like reading about mortgage rates. We all know about mortgage rates, but do we need to read like a, 5-paragraph article on mortgage rate? Most of us don't, right? And we don't want to, but we certainly like to look at colorful pictures and all this and that. And that's what this whole system here is about. Now, this page takes a while because it's got so many articles. And that's why I'm just filling time here. It takes a while to get there. We're trying to comb that out. Let me ask a question here, just quick yes or no. Does anybody here use Instagram or TikTok? And while I'm waiting for that answer, I'm going to click on this. Just give me a yes or no in the chat panel. Are you on Instagram or TikTok? Instagram, yes. So for all of you, we have a system that says link in bio. So Jana, no, and I'm not asking you to get on there, but if you are on there, you want to know that this is available to you. So I'm going to show my website button. No, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just look at this. So for all of you that are saying yes, this page is available for you. Now, it looks kind of weird, and that's because it's mobile optimized. Both TikTok and Instagram are phone-based apps. And this is going to have every one of your listings. If you know much about, Instagram and TikTok, They have great ways of building your network. You can easily add people. And so it looks like she's added this thing that we are going to talk about here, which is super cool. But basically, she can be talking about this, which is, I think, the new construction thing that we're going to be talking about later. But all of her listings are here. So if she's going to post a picture about the neighborhood or whatever, or the kitchen, and say, hey, by the way, there's more information in my bio. Go check out the link in my bio, right? That's what this is about, right? If you're on Instagram or if you're on TikTok, you should have this because it's integrated with our tools. Now, we haven't even talked about it yet, but we have 25 PDF guides. I'm sorry, not 25, it's a number. We have 80. Okay. So if you're new to us, we have 80 PDF guides for you. 40 of them are for homeowners and 40 of them are for home buyers. And if you click through here, you're going to notice that you are branded on every page of every one of these. All right. So again, we've pre-written these inside. You don't have to create them, but you can, if you want, go over here and say, you know what, I'm going to go click on this little pencil because that always means edit. And I'm going to choose whichever ones I want to choose, right? Like I would do that. And that way, those are what's going to show up on these, right? And then our favorite landing pages are here. So here you've got a little widget that snaps into your TikTok and into your Instagram to help you actually get leads. If you're using Calendly, snap in your little Calendly link, right? And do that too. So that's cool. Then I really think everybody that, that's a really great thing for your mobile kind of strategy, right? To get more leads. So that's under social. And the last thing I think we got to do is we got to connect ads. And let me ask while I'm waiting for this page to bake, how many here have run ads on Google before? I'm going to assume a lot of you have run ads on Facebook. So yeah, Carrie's run ads on Google. Michael has not. Okay. Anybody here has not? I definitely want to know this one. So one thing that, yeah, a lot of, oh, hey, Amy, you're here. Great. So Amy, while you're here, I'm going to activate this retargeting. It's not going to hurt you, but I'm going to walk through this. So everybody, when you come to listings to leads, it doesn't look like this. Amy's been with us for a while. And this allows you to run ads on Facebook, and she's got that connected. Kevin hasn't been on Google either. I'll tell you, I ask this question a lot. Let's click here on Google and see what happens. It says, yeah. So it sounds like, Amy, you have signed up because this is a $30 a month program, but you haven't connected your ad account. Does that sound right, Amy? Does that sound right to you that you've said, yeah, I want to use it? Correct. Yeah. So when you come here, guys, and you see Google ads, it's going to say, would you like to create one? And say landing page. And it's going to tell you, if you're not signed up, it's $30 a month. This is a really good $30 to spend. And I'll show you why in a moment. But before we go there, you're going to connect Facebook, you're going to connect Google, and then you see this little red box, or I'm sorry, yellow box. It's going to tell you first, accept the custom audience terms. And Amy has already did that. She clicked on the box and she clicked on the custom audience and accepted it. And once you do that, that page, if you refresh it, it says activate retargeting. So Amy hasn't activated retargeting. And I'm going to activate it for you because I'm logged in as you right now. And I'll tell you what it's going to do. But before I tell you what it's going to do, I'm going to go over here to the lead section. So Amy has 89 leads with us. Amy, how long have you been with us? Let's go back to ads. And I'm going to activate retargeting, and I'm going to tell you what that's going to do. Oh, just a few months. Okay, got it. So I've activated retargeting. That message has gone away. So let's talk about what that means. So what retargeting is, let's go just quickly jump and create an ad. Let's create a listing ad. And Amy, is this like a listing for that new project we were talking about earlier on Mount Rainier? You choose your property, guys. It's in your listings page, and you click create an ad. And this works for agents all over the place. No, it's another one, but this worked. Okay. So this is in this area that she's talking about. And we automatically pull up the city. We make it a $35 ad, and it's a 1-week ad. And this one she's borrowing from somebody else, from a builder, and boom, all you got to do is click publish. Now, Amy actually we were talking a little bit earlier today, and I'm going to see if I can unmute you, Amy. Amy was saying that she ran an ad in the fall and got great leads. And then she turned around and ran another ad. Amy, you might have a link. Yeah. She ran another ad and it didn't work out so well. So, that's something to kind of think about as well. And so we kind of talked about why, and we'll look at it for another one. So Amy, can we hear you now? No, I don't think you're muted, but I can't hear you. So see if you're muted on your side, but we'll just keep going here. So this is how you run an ad. You just click publish and everything is done that you need to do. But you see this little box here that says retarget current leads. Now, we've already turned on retargeting. What that tells listings to leads to do is to create a file in her private Facebook account, in her ads manager, that says L to L leads. Okay. And every lead that we capture for her, whether she captures it from a print flyer or from a door hanger or from a virtual tour somewhere that she shared somewhere, or where it doesn't matter where she captured it, it's going to be emailed to her. It's going to be dropped in her CRM, and it's going to go sit in a file called L to L leads. And when that file hits 1,000 people, she can type in this box L to L. Now, she can't now because it's not big enough. It needs to be a minimum 1,000 leads long, and Facebook will let her retarget. Okay. Now, retargeting means you're going to run an ad, and so I'll talk a little bit about, Amy. This area, this home that you're looking at, is in a new construction in Maryland. She wants to really dominate this area. What you say, Amy, is it's a 5-year project with 1,000 homes or something like that. So this is going to be a long-term part of her strategy to develop this, to develop content, and to be out on the internet, including social media. And that's kind of why we're talking right today. Because what she's asking for is, I think, something that everybody here is going to have to face if you're going to be in real estate for a while, right? So she could get that list. When it hits 1,000, she could target those people. Amy, I'm not hearing you. So let me ask you this question in the chat panel. I thought you said you have a bunch of leads somewhere, like in your CRM. Is that correct? If so, how many? So we'll just wait for that answer and we'll go back. So with Facebook, we're able to run ads on properties, right? Now, let's go back a minute and let's see here. You can also run ads on sold properties. And when you're marketing homes that are sold or later stage, we're going to help you get listing leads. Okay, so here's a problem here. I see this error a lot, and I am going to copy it. And if you see this in your account, guys, do what I'm about to do here. Okay. It says we couldn't create a custom audience for you because your account is not set up properly. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go to support. And I don't know what it is. It's some weird button somewhere in Facebook, and you got to do it. And they'll send you some really simple instructions. And this is going to go to support from Amy, right? And support's going to respond. So let's see here. What is the question? I tried to give access to my mic. It's not working. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, how many leads are in your CRM? That was my question. So if she tells me, we're going to go back to the ad section. I know this is kind of jumping around a lot. If she says, I've got 2,000 people in my CRM and everything is connected properly, and right now she's got a little bit of error, so she can't do it, she can create a custom audience in Facebook and call it My Dusty CRM Leads, right? So if you're an agent that's bought leads from companies like Zillow or Realtor.com, or you've been in the business for a while, and you know that all those leads that you've been collecting are not calling you, this is a great way to get them motivated. You're running ads. So you would create a list. You want your spreadsheet to look in that format, just like it is right there. You upload it and create it, and it lives inside your Facebook account. So when you're out there running an ad, You can cancel our platform. You don't have to use this to run ads, right? You can say, hey, but if you do, and you say, hey, I want to use one of your 80 PDF guides, and you already know, like, you know that, divorce and real estate is always popping up. So let's go here. We're going to do what's called a lead ad. And now we got to let's type in Bel Air, right? Bel Air. That's in Maryland, right? So that might be close to Amy. And it's a $50 ad now because we're looking for home sellers, for listing leads. And Facebook charges you more for listing leads. So Bel Air, 50 miles. I don't know, if Amy wants to drive further, but she could do a 30-mile radius because maybe she drives 30 miles for work, right? And handles a bigger area. So you control that there. But now if she had like a list of her old CRM leads, it would be right here. Pretty soon, she's going to have a list of L to L leads. And here's another important thing to think about, guys. I talked about it over here. This is our YouTube channel. Right now, it's the beginning of March. It's the last few days of February. If you look about 6 or 7 months ago, I'm going to find it for you here. I do a couple of calls where I say custom audiences and how to target homeowners. Okay. So I've been talking to you about custom audiences, right? Well, how do you make Facebook work? And there's a way to create custom audiences and to get great listing leads. And so right here, 7 months ago, best way to get listings from Facebook, new strategy to get high quality listing leads from Facebook. All I'm talking about is go buy a custom audience or go buy a list from company like Remind is out there, other companies. Sometimes your MLS will give you this data. You want the list of homeowners. Again, if you're going to be in real estate, like I can tell you, Amy's got this deal here of new construction is a 5-year plan. So she's got a 5-year plan to dominate and sell a lot of that property. And I'm pretty sure she's probably got a half dozen other farm areas that she wants to build, that she wants to be part of her business, right? Not just selling these new construction. And if she does, she can go get that list from Remind or from her title partner and say, I want a list of everybody that owns a home in Bel Air, and I'm going to call it Bel Air Homeowners, right? And that, like the other list, will live in her account so that when she's running ads in the Bel Air area or adjacent, she can target those people. This is a great, smart thing to do. Oh, wait, you're in Baltimore. No, this doesn't include my past clients. Oh, you currently have 140. Is okay. So she doesn't have a lot of leads. So we're going to just wait for you to collect leads in our system. When you hit 1,000, it's going to automatically become available for you to target. But broadly speaking, because there are a lot of people on this call, there are probably some of you that have more than 1,000 leads. You might have them from different areas, right? Yes, you can use your existing client list, exactly, and you could do it in CSV or Excel. When you click create an audience, it answers those questions, right? At least 1,000 leads, CSV or Excel. So we kind of try to make this intuitive, assuming that you click the buttons and read, right? Okay, so now we know kind of what we can do with Facebook. We don't know what we can do with Google, but let's talk about what we were going to talk about. So let's do this, guys. And Amy, I'm going to create this and you let me know if this doesn't work. So I'm going to create a listing for you right now. You want to give me an address of what it should be, or should I just say 123 Main Street? So guys, there are a couple ways to get listings in here. If it's your listings, we're most likely going to auto sweep them and pull them in. They're going to sit on this list here. If you're borrowing a listing because you don't have your own listing, but maybe somebody's letting you do an open house, or they're saying, yeah, just go market it, then drop in the MLS number and the zip code, and we'll pull it in with the photographs. Okay. So that's super easy to do, but we're going to do something here, which you can do for FSBOs or you can do for pocket listings. And it might just be It might just be a big time waste for I may not make us do this, but basically these are the fields right here, right? To create a listing. And then it's add photos. Now I did save some photos, but she's got one here and I can see I'm going to run out of time. So we won't waste our thing. So let's imagine that we've got this baked right here. And that is so the listing is there and that is part of that community. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the 3 ads that she's run because we spoke a little bit ago and she said, one ad did really well and one ad did not do so well, right? So right here, she's run an ad and I can see that 1,900 people have seen it. That's what the eyeball means. That's how many people saw it on Facebook. She got charged $1.19 per lead. And this was in November. And she got about 60 leads. That's great, right? She spent $70, $1.19 a lead. That's great. Over here, 1,000 people saw it. She's only spent $40, but she got $1.48 per lead. Now here, she just ran this one. So it's about halfway through. It's $40 and she's being charged more per lead. Now, I don't know why that's the case. Okay. And this is something that I just don't know. I don't know if it's the area. They're both kind of, well, one's in White Plains and the other one's in La Plata. It might be the average cost of homes in the area. I honestly don't know how Facebook charges. I often think it has to do with competition. Do you have a lot of competition in your area? So loosely speaking, without knowing a darn thing, I might make this assumption that you must have a lot of competition in White Plains, Maryland, because your cost per lead is higher. But it could be that Facebook is going, that's a new house and it's 2 stories. And that little old funky house over there, that's not as valuable. Now, I have no idea, again, how they set prices, but Facebook sets the price per lead. And you can see from the 3 ads that we're looking at here, the range is from $1.19 to $1.48 and $3.63. And the first 2 prices are the exact same house, just run at different periods. Okay. So that's a little bit about Facebook. You now know that you can run PDF guides. We've got 80 PDF guides, 40 for buyers, 40 for home sellers. We've also got this whole landing page section. And on landing pages, we give you 3, but you also want to have your own. So let's jump into landing pages. Okay. And well, actually, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop before we go into landing pages. I want to show you what Google looks like. How do you overcome Facebook? They limit what you can do. Dan is saying, yeah, you can't target people, right? Like with lifestyle and behavior. So let me give you a short answer and a long answer. First of all, Dan, you don't want to figure out how to go around those questions. If you guys are not aware, guys, Facebook has been sued by HUD for discriminatory ads. And Dan, when you ask a question about behavioral or lifestyle options, oddly enough, HUD thinks that's discriminatory. So just forget about that. Okay. And the best way to target is how I just described. Go buy a list of homeowners and go buy and use that in your custom audience and don't overthink it. Okay. If you do that, what I just suggested, or if you go watch these videos and you follow these steps of how to get a custom audience in there, you're going to have some really great success. Okay. You should also use that in a print strategy. And we'll go talk about one of our top tools is actually a print letter and top tools for more listings. So we haven't even gotten into that yet. So let's jump out of this real quick. And I want to show you an account. It's not an agent account, but it's the same kind of technology. And we'll be able to look at how Google works. So this is an account. So you may not know this, guys, but I set up the teams and the offices and the national partnerships around the country. And so this particular crew is a expansion team for Keller Williams in North and South Carolina. Okay. So is anybody here from the Carolinas today? I've driven through North Carolina. It's such a beautiful part of the country. I actually lived in Philly a few years back and I got to see Maryland and all kinds of cool stuff like that. But anyway, it doesn't sound like anybody's from the Carolinas, which is good because this would kind of unnerve me if I was there. These guys have been operating for us for we launched them at the end of October, right before Halloween. So this account, it's now the end of March, is 4 months old. They have run almost 200 ads right here, 194 ads. They spent $17,000. So they're spending nearly $100 per ad, and they run them about a week. They generated 6,000 leads out of North and South Carolina. But the really amazing thing is their business pages have been seen 1.4 million times, almost 1.4 million in a 4 month period. So imagine what happens when they carry this on for the rest of a full year. Their business pages are going to be seen probably about 5 million times in the two states of North and South Carolina. And they're probably going to have, I don't know what, 20,000 leads for buyers for their agents. These are not all agents in California, it's people on their expansion team. So it's a really awesome thing that they're doing here. They're excited about the results, and they do exactly what I've been showing you. All they do is run listing ads, but they also have Google software. And with Google, like, I think one person on this call said they've run an ad on Google. Let me ask them one more time. Anybody here run an ad on Google before? Just put it in the question chat panel there. Let me tell you something, guys. We have been doing this. Listings to Leads has been in business. We've been here for 13 years. All right. And I've been training on Facebook software from the ads from the day they began. Like, I think a week or two later, when we saw that Facebook launched it, we knew it was an opportunity, and we knew it was an opportunity for our clients. So we began teaching that, right? And the reason that Facebook is so awesome and has been for over the years is that with adults, they like to spend time scrolling through this page right here to see what all their friends are doing, where they're going on vacation, and what they're eating, and what their new kids look like, and where their grandkids are. You know what's going on here, right? Like all the stuff that either drives you crazy or you love to see, right? So, but here's what you, the realtor, have to realize about Facebook. In the United States, the average adult, not teenager, the average adult spends 40 minutes every day looking at the nonsense on Facebook, right? So if you're over here using our ad platform and your ads look like this, well, you're right in front of where they're spending 40 minutes every day, right? And there's a lot, and that's why it can be so effective, right? However, if somebody has a question, like of a real problem, like, hey, where should I go to dinner? Or where's the best hotel in Waikiki? Or where can I get a new mattress? Or how do I sell my home? Which is actually a trending search on Google right now. You can go ask questions on Google, like what's the most popular real estate searches, and you'll see that these words come up. Right now, I'm sitting in Northern California, and these people, John buys and sells homes and Osborne Homes, all these are sponsored ads, okay? And they are targeting these keywords that I just typed in my zip code, in my city, okay? And you may not know this, guys, but people don't go to Facebook and say, how do I sell my home? They don't. There might be one of you lobbying a solution or some help, but when 86% of anybody in the world has a question, they don't go for the answer to Facebook. They come to this website right here. And if you've got our software for $30, you can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to create a PDF guide ad, and I'm going to talk about the 5 dangers of overpricing. Just going to click create an ad, and you can click on view link, and you can type in Baltimore, right? Maryland. And you can say, I want to see this link. Where are we driving people to? They're driving them right here. We even made a little video for you. Your picture's going to be up there. And if they put in that little form there, they can download the free guide right there. And you're branded on every page. So this is all working for you. That's how you get on the #1 website. This is the #1 website in the world, guys. You all know probably you need to have an online strategy. Do you have a strategy for the #1 website in the country? To us, if you use our Google software, honestly, It's not going to like change your lives here. But for you as a real estate, if you're going to be in real estate, you want to get your arms around it. And there's no company that's made it easier for for a realtor than listings to leads. So I recommend you get to familiar with it. There's a lot of chit chat about chat GBT and AI. That might be a factor. There's a lot of factors involving SEO, but it is still the number one website. And you should be taking it. It's going to be a serious place where you should have a strategy for a few years, right? Now, we can also run ads on landing pages. And I've created a landing page here for Raleigh, right? For this client. And it's got a little, the landing page has a picture of something like their local museum. You would have to type in Raleigh, and now it would target anybody living in Raleigh. And where you saw that the keywords on here was how do I sell my home? You don't even have to think of that when you're using our software, because if you want, you can click here, but you don't need to click on advanced options. But if you do, you'll see that we put all the relevant keywords for you. Okay. So that you don't have to go create all this yourself. You see all these things down here, headlines, all these multiple headlines. You have to do this by hand in Google. And God bless you if you can do that, because it's ugly. I have said, I tried to run an ad in Google, and it was so ugly. I'm just thankful I'll never have to do that. Right. Back to this fancy YouTube channel of ours. If you go here, I want to say about a month ago, you will see that I do it's on a top ways to get more listings class. That might be right here. How to create a Google. It's 1 month ago. How to create a Google account and run an ad. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna send it to everybody right now, because it's actually not difficult to create a Google account. Yeah, Carrie's done it. She said it wasn't fun. It's really brutal. So let's see. Your previous said do not use Google ads for listings, only seller ads. Yeah. So Michael's asking a question. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to kind of restate it. So before I have said, do not use Google for running ads on your listings. Okay. And only sellers look at properties on Google ads. So use Google only for buyer leads. So there's a little bit of misunderstanding. So let me state what I'm trying to say here. When we're looking for buyers, if you have a listing, you can pop that out, right? You can run an ad on a listing on Facebook, and I think this is the smartest thing to do. Okay. But when you're running an ad on Google, right? So let me share this with you. Okay. You should actually, if you're going to think about Google, we try to make this really simple, because we know you're all busy and you don't like to go down in the weeds and all that. This article though is really, I'm going to send it to everybody right now. You might want to look at it, even though it's a little bit deep. But it's really light here. All you need to do is get down to the bottom. And they actually updated it as of 4 days ago. You should hold on to this article. I'll tell you why. These are the keywords that people are using for buyers. Okay. They're telling you every month, houses for sale near me. You should actually be using this when you're running an ad. Okay. So if you're going to run an ad for buyers, these are what people are typing in. If you're going to run an ad for sellers, these are the words people are typing in. Now, I have told our team to review this page every quarter and update it so you don't have to. But if you're not going to use our software and you want to go do it by hand, you should save this page, and because you're going to need this to do it. Okay. Now let's see here. Single properties on Google don't work well. And that's correct. That's what I'm saying. If you're marketing a single property, because if we look here at this list here, this is the keywords for buyers, houses for sale near me, houses for sale. These are the top 2 things. So let me just type in houses for sale. Houses, that's the number 1 search on the internet, on Google, is houses for sale near me. This is what's coming up. Dr. Horton. Funny. Well, I just went to Dr. Horton, who's a home builder. Wedgwood Homes, Redfin, Realtor.com, Zillow, right? So when somebody is running this kind of search, they are looking for everything, not your single home for sale. Does that make sense? Now it's funny. Dr. Horton, I've been looking at this builder, and so they probably have like a hook, or what do you call it? They know I've been there, so now their ad is showing up number one, which is what, do you guys know the word for that? Well, you can actually embed these pixels. They're pixels. Yeah. Yeah. Pixels. DR Horton. Sorry. DR Horton. Sorry. Yeah. DR Horton. So you can actually, and you can do that. You can get the pixels from your site and add them to the ad, or Facebook, wherever, and add them in our platform. And you'll kind of be top there as well, which is a little bit in the weeds. But when people do this kind of search, they want all the homes in the area. That's why Redfin, that's why Zillow and Realtor.com do so well in these kinds of searches, because people know, like, oh, all the listings are there. They don't want to see one home, like, oh, I got a home. But when we go back to Amy, who's on the call with us today, let's go back to Amy's account. Amy has a different deal going on. And I mentioned that Amy has a new construction opportunity in her area that she wants to take advantage of. And that's where I'm like, hey, you know what? You got to like do that. You got to do this. You got to go to landing pages. You got to create and all of you can do this. You should all be creating multiple landing pages for home values. Like, this is bare minimum, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to create a custom buyer landing page because she's got, and I'm going to call it, what are we calling it? We're calling it Pine Grove New Homes. That's what we're doing. And I'm going to create it right here in Amy's account. And I'm just showing you how to create a landing page, because what I just mentioned earlier is that you can run ads to this on both Google and Facebook, right? So I'm going to deselect this shade here area because I don't want that. And if I save that, it's going to take that shade and it's going to make it like white. Now, this is our standard picture for any home value page. You want to update this by just clicking upload and putting a picture of your local area. But this one is not for home values. This one is for her area, which is called Pine Grove. And she sent me a picture earlier of this front area sign. Okay. So let's snap that in there. And we're getting close. Now, Amy, are you still here? I want to say, so now we've got this, and over here, you see this language, it has nothing to do with what we're doing here. We should actually change this so it doesn't look silly, and it doesn't, you should, but if you click on lead form text, you can say new, and I'm going to just do some quick stuff. New, beautiful homes in, what's this? La Plata, right? Yeah. And single and two-story. And two-story. Now there's more. We spoke about this. So save. So when I save, whatever I'm saving here, it's showing up in that box there, right? Yeah, I remember that. So so there's a section here that we can do. Amy, I'm gonna kind of do some things just to share with people what you can do. There's a section here that says custom page content. And default, it just looks like this. So, but I think bullet points could be great. And one thing that, let's see, I'm just going to say great homes. Now, this isn't going anywhere, Amy. So you're going to know main text, I'm going to put sign up, walkthrough, or more info, right? And you can obviously update this. And so I'm going to go bullet points. Let's go. Each line is a new bullet point. Let's see. So I'm going to say, what are the things here? What's the name of the school district? And how many units are coming in here? I can't remember. Amy, if you could type that in. 3,000 homes, right, in 5 years. I think this is good. Charles County School District. And she's saying this is sought after. So for me, I don't think you need to put sought after, because If it's sought after, people know they know that. So you just need to put like it's there, right? And you mentioned something about, oh yeah, homes starting at 300,000, right? I mean, that's awesome right there. So I would put something like that. And I think homes priced in mid 30s. There you go. Priced in mid 30s. Mid, yeah. So that's a better way. Priced in mid 300. And there was something about seniors, like senior homes too, a single story, but we'll just leave it, right? Because I just want to show people what can be done. So we're going to save this and we're going to see that, oh, that's not actually super cool there, right? You can see the bullet points, but are we really loving it? I don't know. I don't really like it. And I kind of didn't, I could tell when she sent me that picture, like, that's not going to work great. However, I really wanted to show everybody what's going on because what I asked Amy to do was to get a good video. Because if this is going to be a long term part of her business, she's going to want some video content. And Amy, don't flip out here, but I'm going to borrow one of your competitors' video content just to show you kind of an idea of what can happen. Now, this lady actually has a cool video, but I'm going to show you just so that everybody here can see that this is an option. And Amy has a super nice smartphone. So she can actually create her own video. And I said, get some images of the home and kind of pan and zoom and do a walkthrough down the street. And let's see, where is it? Right here. Paste in your YouTube link after you get the video made. Paste in your YouTube link. And now your page can look like this, right? So if you get your page maximized like this, and if you created this awesome video, there are a couple things you can do. You can go, okay, well, now I want to go over to ads, and either on Facebook or on Google, you could run ads, right? So now that we've got a landing page ad, or we can create a landing page for Pine Grove Homes. We're not going to do this, Amy. I'm just showing you obviously what you can do. This is a smart thing because I know, and I'd mentioned, getting buyers is super great on Facebook. So you could change this language, make it a little bit better, type in La Plata because we didn't really have that built in. And let's see, there it is. Yeah. And now, Amy, let me ask you, like, I would think this might be such a great value that you might want to do a wider radius. Like for me, buying a home in Maryland, starting in the 300s is a serious, value prop. I would want to expand that radius for more people to see it, right? And just for as a discussion, you should be running ads like this every week. You can run ads on Google as well. And that's kind of part of it. Now, I'm going to kind of jump over because we're hitting the top of the hour. There's a lot of marketing inside of our system. When you click this and you get your listings in there, whether you do it by hand or we sweep it in, we're going to make it available for you to run an ad on Facebook in pretty much one click, right? Create the button, create ad, boom, it's done. We create automatically post to your social media, right? So we kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole to help Amy, but I think everybody can benefit from that. This is automatically posted. We even email you and tell you, hey, we put it out there for you already. So you can go look at it and go, oh, that's great. Something happened to the picture here, but when I click it, it's driving to this page and you know that we're going to capture the lead and send it to Amy. They're great tools for the homeowner. If you want to share that with the homeowner, that's going to get you high quality listing leads. If you've got a CRM with a bunch of leads in it, copy this and blast it out whenever you can. The Nearby Homeowner Letter is the #1 tool for listings, for listing leads that turn into listing contracts. So when I mentioned that on my YouTube channel, I said, hey, you know what? We've got like I've got a class that says top tools for more listings. The #1 tool for listing lead with high quality is this piece of paper. Okay. You decide who you're going to mail it to. Maybe you're buying it from a list of people on Remind. But if you watch the class, I go into details on Top Tools to get more listings on how to use that. So definitely, if you want more listings, you need to get that in your business. And eFlyer for your database. If you got a big database, people in your CRM, use that. You share the single property website, share the virtual tour. We've got a whole open house marketing toolkit, mobile optimized. I mean, capture a lot of leads. If you're using our door hangers, we're going to capture the buyer lead on the front. We're going to offer a free home value on the back. If you're a blogger, yeah, we got you covered. Lots of tools here, guys. You got to get in our YouTube channel and really unlock that. Yeah, somebody here about using a drone video. Yeah, I think actually drone videos work really well on the back of landing pages. And one thing worth noting, when when you're doing a drone video, you don't have to like shoot your own. If you go do a search on Google, like, I don't, Michael, where are you? You're in Florida. Like, if you were in Naples, you could just go drone video Naples, and you'll probably see 5 or 10 drone enthusiasts already with killer videos. And you can just say, hey, can I pay you like $50 to use this in my marketing? And often the answer is yes, go right ahead, right? Pay me here, right? So you've already got your drone for this. Yeah. So if you got it for a listing, you want to use that. If you've got video, one more thing, guys, one more thing. Then I'm going to say goodbye. This is so Michael's got drone content. Let's just assume that this is the home that Amy wants to market, and she wants to run an ad, and it's pre-written so she knows that the ad works. But right here, sorry, create an ad. It says edit image, and you can actually add your own video content somewhere in here. Yeah, like you can add, oh, right here, change vintage. And so if any of you are creating video content like Michael or Amy, upload the video and run the same exact ad and see how your results change. Your lead cost should drop and you should get a lot of leads. So guys, we got a lot of ways to help you. Take the time to learn how to use this. It'll help your business grow. We appreciate your business. Lean on our support team. Get in the mastermind group. One more thing, guys, if you don't mind, we're trying to get a little, video, how do you say, testimonies. If you feel like this is helping you, or if there's a certain part of the platform, please answer the questions on this page. I just sent it to everybody. The two best ones we're going to give a free month to from anybody on this call, but also you get to sign up. You see it on the page. Like, we're going to give away some super slick prize, like headphones or something like that. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. I know there's a lot to cover here. So I appreciate you putting in the time to learn what we've got here. It's all designed to help your business, and we're designed to make it easier for you, right? But honestly, there are a number of tools that you can use consistently pretty easily. This one is, maybe not that easy, but we've actually have made it a lot easier. Get in our YouTube channel, learn what we're doing, and I think it'll help you. Take care, everybody. Keep dry. I know it's still stormy out there.